So I actually just realized this was not a recording. I was kind of going on a rant about something. Been kind of tight a little bit financially. Trying to figure out ways to make some extra money, and I think most everything seems to revolve around taking like surveys and like the different websites like Inbox Dollar, Survey Junkie, etc., etc. Which I'm actually currently doing, so I can try to get a head start on that, because if I can at least get like about $5 by Wednesday, that'll take care of gas, I think. So that'll cover me for about a day or so. I was talking about before I realized this wasn't recording was back in December I had COVID, and so I had to miss a week work, which didn't necessarily bother me, but the downside is I did not get paid for the week I missed. I had a coworker, a lady who I work with in the same office. She had missed a week, I think, or maybe just a week and a couple days due to having COVID back in September. And, I guess at some point, I think it was just a couple weeks after I came back, because I assumed, apparently wrongly, that, my coworker had gotten paid when she missed and had COVID, and that I would have a check when I got back, because, that's not something you can help if you have to miss because of COVID. Unfortunately, I did not have a check when I came back, and to be honest, it was a little frustrating. Because that's not quite fair to those of us, if you have to miss work because of COVID, and you have to quarantine, that's not, and I don't know if it just depends on, like, the policy, or if anyone else kind of understands where I'm coming from, and I don't think there's any reason why our boss couldn't have, provided a week, at least a week's worth of pay, just to help us cover, I'm not sure if I'm even making any sense, but the point is, I had to miss a week of work due to having COVID, did not receive a paycheck, which was, in my point of view, unfair. And that kind of put me, I had some money in my savings, so I had to use that to pay rent, and because I did not get a paycheck, that sent me back, a few $100s, and to be honest, it's been a bit of a struggle to kind of get back, I think, to an ideal position. To be fair, I took a trip back in February to see a friend, and it's, he paid for half of my plane ticket and half the hotel room, but there were a few items that I forgot I had scheduled to come out, and that kind of left me a little bit short, trust me, it's kind of an experience when you feel like, when you're kind of at that point, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And you just want to cry. Like, it sucks. It sucks. So I've been trying to make, some concessions, like eating out less, in order to save money there, because that, I think, is one of my bigger expenses, and, but my main expenses are rent, groceries, and gas, and the truth is, it's very overwhelming, and so currently I'm actually just taking a survey to try to hopefully get a few bucks going, so that way I can cash out when I reach the limit, and then that way I can at least I can put in my PayPal, which I can just transfer my card, and have some of that money, so I can at least get gas, and get maybe like a day's worth of gas or something. So which I'm trying not to, because I know I'll have enough for food. I just kind of got to be careful not to really go anywhere unnecessarily, and it's just, truth is, it's very overwhelming. So like some of the expenses I forgot about, just for clarification, like I had a payment for my credit card, that came out back in, February, before I went on my trip, and I completely forgotten about it. So, and then there was another, I think a few smaller purchases, so that left me short almost $100, and that was $100 I needed, which didn't, yeah, that was very stressful. And so since then I've been trying to make some, concessions, like I said, such as not eating out, and I think that's kind of the main thing, because everything else is more just groceries, gas, for, because I have to commute to work. The only other downside of that is I don't get reimbursed for commuting, which I think is kind of ridiculous. I'm sure even if you could spare $50 to cover that kind of expense, especially because I live farther away than my the lady I work with at the office where I work. It's just things like that, and trying to figure out like what I can do to, keep myself, I guess, going. I actually have reached my cash out limit on inbox dollars, so I'm trying to get that. I mean, they'll help cover a little bit, and I'll just cover the rest for what I owe for rent, because that's, like, honestly, this is, I don't know, just feels kind of overwhelming, because I've been trying to, like, cash out, and then it's like, so I can just have it loaded into my PayPal account and transfer my card, so that I can get the rest of the money I need for rent this month. But the truth is, it's kind of just really overwhelming. So I'm honestly just working on these surveys, so if I can even get to 5 by like Sunday night or something, then that'll help take off some of that pressure. And I have to call PayPal in the morning to figure out why I can't log in, so I can reset my password, so I can verify this. But I think it's just also probably just having to list a few things on Facebook, like things I don't even have, like I can get some clothes and stuff, so I'm sure people are willing to at least pay a small amount, even if it's just a few dollars per item. That's that's essentially gas money, and get a few supplemental groceries until I can get to the grocery store on Friday. But yes, I mean, as long as I can get through Thursday, that's, because I get paid, well, we get our checks on Thursdays, and we can't cash them until Friday, which kind of doesn't make sense, because they're ready by Wednesday. So I would think surely, at least, if that's the case, then we should just be able to use the cash on Thursday, because, because sometimes I don't know, you guys know what I mean, but yeah, I don't know, just need to make a ranting video. Yeah, some things are more on me, because I think last couple weeks I ate out a couple times, so that's, maybe about $20 that I could have saved, and, had to kind of store away. Yeah, as much as I don't necessarily like to admit it, but I'll admit it. So, I guess that's it for today. It's just, so, alright.